Right, second inning we had second and third. We had bases loaded in the third inning. They capitalized on theirs. They had second and third, 2 outs. Leadoff hitter hit the gap shot to score 2. We made some mistakes that teams make early in the year. We missed a cutoff man that cost us I think 1 or 2 runs. We had a stolen base at second base. Our guy slides feet first instead of head first, and he's trained to do. He slides head first, he's safe. He slides feet first, he's out. Next guy doubles, cost us another run. We had our opportunities to score. I thought we did a nice job of being patient with Connaughton. Obviously, he had some trouble with his control. We weren't swinging at bad pitches. We were being patient at the plate, trying to get his pitch count up and see if we could beat that next guy in. Their next guy in did a nice job. I have to compliment the kid that came in to pitch. I think he's a sophomore. He came in under pressure. He did a nice job shutting us down.
I mean, that third inning was huge. You get 1 run, and you could have had a lot more than that, leaving them loaded.
And those are the things that we talk about all the time: pitching, defense, and timely hitting. Today, our pitching, Nick Allen didn't have his best stuff. Nick Allen, in the last 2 years, hasn't walked a single batter. Today, he goes out there and he walks 3. That hurt him. That led to run production by St. John's Prep. That's abnormal for him. Usually that happens. The play at second base, that cost us a run, took a run off the board for us. These are little things that we have to do, that teams do. When you're down by 3 or 4 runs, you can't go for 3 or 4 runs. Early in the game, you chip away with 1 or 2. We tried to do that. We didn't execute offensively. We didn't execute defensively, put ourselves in a hole, and we weren't able to climb out of it.
Did you feel like Nick settled in? I mean, I felt like the last 2 frames were better for him. Was it maybe a comfort thing in the new role, or did he just kind of find a groove there?
I think Nick has a lot of confidence in himself and his ability and the way he trains and the way he comes out. Not a lot bothers that kid because of his work ethic and the time that he puts in away from the field, away from the team. He works real hard and takes a lot of pride in his control. So I think when he was out there walking guys, he was frustrated that he wasn't able to make the adjustments he's used to being able to make. And he'll make those adjustments, and he'll be one of our go-to guys from here on.
3 phenomenal plays by the young third baseman there. I mean, obviously that's why he's in the lineup.
George DeSonis was our big guy. He was our MVP of our JV team last year. We expected big things from him. He expected big things from himself, and he came out today and he shows that he belongs there.
Do you feel like sometimes, with Shu out of the lineup, did that kind of contribute to leaving those guys on base a little bit?
Well, we don't make excuses. I mean, that's not something that we practice. However, at the same time, you take Gennaro Schuler out of my leadoff spot. You take Gennaro Schuler out of the control that he has behind the plate. That's a major blow to us. Aaron Comack came in. Never thought in a million years he'd be pitching. He'd be catching that game today. I think he did a very nice job of holding down the fort, controlling our game, calling the pitches that we wanted to call, blocking balls, slowing down their running game. I think they stole 1 base. The throw was a foot to the left. If it's to the right, he's probably out. I thought we did a nice job holding their runners. We threw over when we had to, try to slow down their running game. But the loss of Gennaro Schuler, I mean, you guys know, you saw him play last year.
And that was obviously coming right before the game too. It's something you just don't expect to happen.
He pulls out his groin with the tail end of infield outfield, and you're sitting there reeling, trying to figure out who's going to be a leadoff guy. Another thing, I thought Matt McIsaac did a nice job in that leadoff role. He was on base. He hit the ball hard when he was up there. I think he was on base 3 times. So I mean, we're a young team. And we're not going to allow that to be a rebuilding year. I don't believe in rebuilding years. I think we should just be reloading. And with guys like McIsaac and Rotolo and TeSonis as our young guys, we're going to expect them to play like seniors. And today, they look like they can handle that.
Is it a day-to-day thing with Gennaro? You still probably don't know.
Well, we sent him over to the hospital during the game because I wanted to make sure it wasn't a tear, that he didn't need anything serious. Anytime you get a groin injury, that can be a serious injury. We sent him over to the hospital. He came back. They're telling us it's a hernia. We're going to try to get him some therapy in the next 3 days, see if he can practice Sunday. Thank goodness we have a little bit of a break here. Our next game is until Classical on Wednesday. Get a little chance to rest him, see if we can get him back in the lineup.
Do you know Zavarian tomorrow?
Zavarian tomorrow at Zavarian. Rotolo will be on the mound. Right. Chance to come back. And, St. John's Prep's one of the top teams in the state. We know that. That's why I schedule him. Zavarian, lost in the state finals last year to an unbelievable Amherst team. Yeah. They have a lot of guys back. So playing the iron right away really lets our guys know that we can play with anybody. We can stay with anybody. And that's the confidence that we have. Win or lose, we have to go into the Northeast Conference believing we're the best team in the conference. And that's why we play these teams.
Back-to-back North and South champions from last year. So
absolutely. So and the kids know that. And they expected to win today. And believe me, that bus is going home expecting to win tomorrow.